The story of Saint Daniel. Saint Daniel was a devout Christian hermit who lived during the early centuries of the Church. Born into a humble family, he chose a life of solitude and prayer from a young age, seeking closeness to God away from the distractions of the world. Inspired by the stories of great ascetics, Daniel withdrew to the desert, where he embraced a life of simplicity, fasting, and deep contemplation. His days were spent in constant prayer and meditation on the scriptures. Though he lived far from society, his wisdom and holiness drew people to him. They traveled long distances to seek his counsel, and Daniel always welcomed them with compassion, offering spiritual guidance and comfort. He had a gift of healing, not only for physical ailments, but also for the wounded hearts of those burdened by sin and sorrow. Despite his desire for solitude, Daniel became a beacon of faith for the Christian community. His unwavering faith and humility inspired others to strengthen their own relationship with God. Even when faced with trials and temptations, Daniel remained steadfast, relying on prayer and trust in God's providence, as his reputation for holiness grew. Miracles were attributed to his intercession. One of the most well-known stories is of a severe drought that plagued the region. The people pleaded with Daniel to pray for rain. Moved by their suffering, he fervently prayed, and soon the heavens opened, bringing much-needed relief to the parched land. Saint Daniel continued his life of prayer until his peaceful passing. His legacy of faith, humility, and devotion to God lives on, and he is remembered as a model of Christian piety and perseverance. His story reminds us of the power of prayer and the impact one faithful life can have on the world. Saint Daniel's feast day is celebrated in honor of his unwavering faith and his role as a spiritual guide to countless souls. He remains an example of how a life dedicated to God can bring light and hope to others.